Welcome to Griffin Park for Friday night football. It's the West London derby between Brentford and Fulham, and I'll tell you what, this should be a pretty interesting game ahead. Brentford, this is their second West London derby in a week. They come into the game off the back of a 2-0 victory at Loftus Road over QPR in their other West London derby, so they'll be coming in with their confidence high. Fulham, on the other hand, though, they come into the game off the back of a 5-0 win over Huddersfield at Griffin Park. So both teams come into the game in good form. Well, I say that. Their form is pretty much identical in the last 6 games. 2 wins, 2 defeats, and 2 draws. So we could be in for anything tonight. As we know, obviously, being a derby, all form goes out the window, but hopefully it's going to be one hell of a Friday night here in Brentford at Griffin Park. So a little bit of team news just going into this game. Both teams remain completely unchanged from their last games. End of the day, both teams won, so I suppose why change when you're winning in that sense? But we'll see how that plays out tonight. So I kid you not, this has probably got to be the tightest press box, maybe in English football. Look at the run! Everyone's just completely squeezed in, but great atmosphere, so bring on the game. Sat next to the Moose from TalkSPORT, Neil Silver from the Sun behind me. Good company, good company. So both teams are out and we're about to kick off. They're both going for a 4-2-3-1 formation, so we're about to see who plays it better.
Percy kicks the shoulders, Ralph Shields. We will now have 2 minutes silence on the referee's whistle.
So 10 minutes in at Griffin Park. So far, it's been a fairly tight game. I'd say one opening each really aside. The first one coming for Fulham, Kearney firing a shot over from the edge of the box, and then Brentford almost went straight up the other end. Almost like a half opening really. Bieland almost finding Hogan over the top. Aside from that, there's not really been too much to shout about so far. Both teams still trying to find their way into the game. Fulham just went close just after the 10-minute mark. Aluko coming close after a knockdown from across. But aside from that, it's 0-0 so far and a fairly tight game. "22 minutes played, and it's the first real chance of the game here. It's for Fulham. Even though there hasn't been too many chances in the game, it has all been Fulham really, in terms of possession and pace of play. But Johansson was played in, and he forced a good save from Bentley after trying to curl it in to the far left-hand bottom corner after being found in the right-hand side of the box. So, good work from Fulham, but they just can't find the breakthrough at the moment, even though it is a tight game. 25 gone, and it's more good work from Fulham, still with the pressing, but they still can't find the opening. Some good play in the middle of the park. It was spread right out to the left. It was then swung in, big cross towards the back post, knocked down to Aluko on the edge of the box. He dummied it, tried to curl it into the top corner, but it was just over. So, if Fulham keep going this way, they're going to get it in the back of the net, surely. But, Brentford, they need to do better. They just seem, they seem a bit nervous, which is a bit of a weird thing to say when you consider this is a derby, and it is in front of their own fans. Finally, Fulham score right on the 35-minute mark. Fulham take the lead, across into the box, found itself to Aluko, who was in open space on the edge. His shot was fired and it was a great save from Bentley first time, but Aluko got to the rebound and just about bundled it over the line. Fulham deserved it for the way they played in the first half. Well, I was starting to wonder if they were actually going to put one away. They finally have, and now we need to see if Brentford can really come out and really start to play, because it has been all Fulham so far in this first half. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Brentford 0, Fulham 1. So since it's half-time, I figured I might as well see what some of the other press are thinking about this game so far. With me, I've got Neil Silver from the Sun and also the University College of Football Business, my university. Neil, what did you think of the first half?
Well, it was all Fulham really. They came in on the back of a great win last week, 5-0 over Huddersfield. I was immediately impressed by Sonny Aluko. Interesting character, born in Hounslow but Nigerian international. Arrived in the summer on a free transfer from Birmingham where he didn't start a game. He's been the star of the show tonight. His pace was really good. Should have scored more than one goal, I think.
Yeah, that's for sure. Could have easily had a hat-trick in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, the goalkeeper's done well to beat away a few shots from Fulham, and also Aluko hit one into the side netting, which he should have hit the target for. And Brentford, really, after also a good win against QPR away last week, they would have expected to do better at home, I'd have thought.
Yeah. Well, completely agree with you. Thank you very much, Neil.
Nice to see you, thank you.
Cheers, man. So yeah, that pretty much sums up what it's like here in the first half. Everyone in the press is thinking the same thing. All Fulham. Can Brentford turn it round in the second half in front of their own fans?
You know what you've got to do. 45 minutes to go. Come on, we can do it. Come on, you mean.
61 minutes played and the first big chance of the game for Brentford. Josh Clark was played in. He was in one-on-one. The defender came bearing in on him as he got to the edge of the box, took a shot at the keeper, but Button makes a good save and tips it over. Corner for Brentford, and they've created their first opening, and maybe this will be the kickstart they need to really get themselves into this game. Another great chance for Brentford, 64 minutes into the game, and it's Josh Clark. He's been absolutely fantastic in the second half so far. Wonderful run, taking on about 3 or 4 players, just weaving in and out constantly, then getting right on the edge of the 6-yard box to the right-hand side of the goal, taking a fierce shot, but Button saved it and tipped it away. But yeah, another good chance for Brentford, definitely coming into this game more. But kind of like Fulham in the first half, they can't take their chances and still find themselves 1-0 down with 25 minutes to go. We've just entered injury time and Fulham have sealed the game. Tom Kearney finishing off after a wonderful move from Fulham. An attack from Brentford broke down in Fulham's half. It was played up the pitch. Martin played in Kearney, who finished wonderfully after coming in from the left-hand side, taking on the defender and then slotting it in between the keeper and the near post. Brentford 0, Fulham 2. That's game over. Fulham win this West London derby.
Don't forget here at the Griffin Park tomorrow, 3 o'clock kickoff. Brentford B team take on Manchester United. That game's a 3 o'clock kickoff. We're in tomorrow afternoon here. Brentford versus Manchester United.
So just to quickly see what some of the other press thought of the game, I've got Ian Abrahams, the Moosh from TalkSPORT here with me. Ian, thank you very much for talking to me.
That's all right, no problem.
What did you make of the game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Brentford started badly. I mean, and too many of their players went missing in the first half for me. And from then on, they were lucky only to be 1 down. I thought the goalkeeper Daniel Bentley again had a great game. The second half much better from Brentford. Fulham allowed them to come onto them a bit more. Maybe their work rate may have dropped a little bit. And there were chances for Brentford, a couple of good saves by Button, a couple of goal scrambles, but in the end, as quite often happens, the team that's pushing for the equaliser gets hit on the break, and I thought Kearney's goal was superb.
Yeah, it really was. I think it's safe to say, in the end, Fulham pretty much deserved the win.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Dean Smith put it well when he spoke to me afterwards. Too many of his players were kind of 4 or 5 out of 10 tonight, and Fulham's were 7 or 8. And when that happens, especially in the Championship, you're going to get beaten. But it's a crazy league. Of course. And although they've lost their last 2 here, Brentford, they've won at QPR. They're not a bad side. They've got players still to come back from injury, and Fulham are looking very, very good.
Of course. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Good luck.
So there you have it. A real chalk and cheese week for Brentford in some cases, because obviously they beat QPR last week and then losing in this West London derby tonight. But a great night for Fulham, and onwards and upwards for them here. We'll wait and see.